Warning, this video contains spoilers for colorful stage of a movie, The Broken Sekai and Miku Who Can't Sing, also known as simply the Project Sekai movie. If you haven't watched the movie, then I recommend clicking off this video and go watching it for yourself, as I highly recommend it, and I've heard from other people, they said that the movie was good, so definitely check it out, and then once you've seen it, come back and watch my video. Thank you.
Hello.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Misao here, and yeah, I was planning to talk about my trip to London and Paris as soon as I got back from the US, but I'm feeling bad under the weather, and so I was postponing that. And then I did some other things, and I just realized I had to make this video. And this is about the Project Sekai movie, and the synopsis of the movie has officially been posted onto the Project Sekai wiki. Excuse me. And so this got me a bit more, thinking about trying to make another video about the timeline. And that's where I came to the conclusion of one key point that could help. And that is Mafuyu's bedroom. And I know that might be a bit of a weird plot point that could help like change the course of everything for that is, how the movie fits into the timeline. But hear me out. Throughout the entirety of Project Sekai, up until saying farewell to my masked self, Mafuyu lived in her house with her mom, and in Invisible Discord, Kaido comes along, which brings us to our first key plot point, or our other key plot point, which is Kaido, N25 Kaido. And Mafuyu also leaves home and saying farewell to my masked self, which means that and with these factors, the Project Sekai movie must take place in between in Invisible Discord and saying farewell to my masked self. But then there's also another key plot point, and it's the song Glow, a song sung by Leonid, which released close to or kind of after the Minori's fourth, I think, focus event came out, which was her final focus event before the third anniversary. Yeah. So it's got to take place so with that, this Project Sekai movie must take place in between that and saying farewell to my masked self. We now have a very, very clear area of where the Project Sekai movie takes place, right? Well, that'd be correct, except for one thing, one small itsy bitsy detail that completely destroys everything, and it all has to do with one song that ruins the entirety of the theory, and that song is Neo. According to the synopsis I've read from the wiki, because I haven't exactly watched the movie for myself yet, I was in London during the time that it was in theaters, and even then, it wasn't in any theater close to me, so I'll have to wait for it to come to streaming services, which is pretty upsetting. So yeah, anyways, according to the synopsis, during the blackout, which again I'm at the whims of the wiki, so that means that everything I say is most likely a bit it's probably incorrect. It could very well be, but whatever. So, according to the synopsis, during the blackout in which all of the country is like Miku's raised from the country, Ichikai tries to play the song Neo on her phone, in which case she sees that Miku is gone. Again, that's kind of all I got from the synopsis with that one part. But the fact that Neo exists during this time means that that the movie takes place after the third anniversary. But then why is it that Mafiu is still living with her mom and not with Kanade? Isn't that weird? So, and also, why are all the virtual singers still wearing their clothes from prior to Brand New World? Does that make sense? And also, another key point that I thought would be, helpful for my theory is that states at the end of the movie that after some time passes, a new year starts at Miyama Suzaka Girls High School. I probably pronounced that poorly. I'm sorry. Which suggests that this all takes place prior to Hello to a New Day, because in Hello to a New Day, a new school year starts at Kamiyama High School, Miyama Suzaka, a girls' school. Which is when I thought that one of the minor characters, or one of the people in the movie who's connected to the broken sekai, he found untitled or whatever. So, are you just as confused as I am? Because I just said a lot of things, and I don't know if any of that made sense. So, let's recap here. So, my theory could have been plausible for some things. First off, all of the virtual singers were wearing their clothes prior to the third anniversary. Kaido, the last virtual singer to be added to any of the sekais, is featured in the movie, that being specifically N25 Kaido. Mafiu is still living with her mom. Glow is one of the songs that's featured in the movie, but there's also a virtual singer Hase Miku song that's also featured in the movie that's not in the game yet, so that could also just be coincidence. And so, all of those plot points would lead to the movie taking place in between Minori's focus event before the third anniversary and saying farewell to my masked self. But in the movie, the song Neo makes an appearance. And the song Neo is a commissioned song that was made for the third anniversary. And since commissioned songs are presumably made by the feelings of the main characters, then that means that Neo, if the movie does take place before the third anniversary, well, that means that Neo doesn't exist yet. Unless, in the Project Sekai universe, the song Neo is a pre-existing song that was covered by the 5 group leaders and Miku. Which means that Gunjo Senka and Journey and Nepu, they're also pre-existing songs that were covered by the group leaders and Miku. This actually solves a lot of things. Think of it this way. The event commission songs and the image songs and all that other stuff, those don't have to be specifically created by the feelings of the user. Only specific songs. Take, for instance, Ready Steady, Newly Edgy Idols, and the other songs made for the main stories that were first introduced, like at the beginning of the game. Those were all represented as the songs that Untitled was supposed to be. And then we got other songs like like Stella, like Blender, like all those event commission songs. Those could be made by the feelings of people, but could also have been made by the characters themselves, or were just pre-existing songs. That would open up a lot of things, right? Meaning commissioned songs are no longer just songs created by the user's feelings. That means that my theory could still possibly be valid. That could also be why the members of Vivid Bad Squad, the members of Leonid, were able to cover Neo during Resonance Beats. It was already a pre-existing song. They just decided to cover it together. That means, ha! My theory's still valid! Let's go! I probably shouldn't be overexerting myself when I'm under the weather, but I don't really care. I just was able to get through a lot of things, and I'm actually feeling pretty pumped. However, there's also one more thing that I feel is able to defend my theory, and that's the creation of the commissioned songs for the movie. According to the synopsis in the Project Sekai wiki, the 5 commissioned songs were actually created by the units themselves, as in order to complete the song that the broken Sekai Miku sang. Which means that which helps support that the unit songs, or well, the commissioned songs, can be made by the user's feelings, but can also be created by the users themselves. The users of the Sekai, that is. I feel that helps to support my theory even more. So let's give it up for me, guys. I think I just defended my theory pretty damn well. Did I explain it well? Not at all. But is there at least something there? Yes. And I just I just had a realization on live camera, so that's interesting. I had 5 stages of grief for my theory that I thought was pretty rock solid. But hey, I'm just happy now that I could be able to do something that I'm not going to disclose. So I'm just saying a lot of shit at the end of the video, so I'm just gonna end it here, man.